Thank you for finding her. You can't die before being reunited with Connie. It's someone alive? To say hungry bones? I'm sorry, he ate them? Okay, you're inside of the walls like he was. Connie, keep your mind. That's why you saw him. You were right. He heard you call? How can you know that it's you and not someone threatening him? It's a Morse code! Danger! Tell him danger or something like that. Oh no! C'est l'exorciste! It's someone alive, it's not a dead! Un cannibale! Yes. Again! It's not gonna be enough. Again. I'm enfant. Oh yes, please.
You got what, 20 people in your town? Y'all like it, you got balls.
You're saying all of the information about this group.
Come right here, man. Make them up.
This is not the time, and it's not your call to make.
Jesus, Sean. I was there. Remember? After? What, you think this is gonna end any different?
You're looking out for me.
Always.
Oh?
And what about the fire?
You're seeing so many great informations for all guys.
Wake up. Everything's a test now. I don't give a shit about any of you. Except you. I'm here for you.
I don't think that she can switch. She's involved too much.
And Pope scares the shit out of me. But if you say trust him, I'll trust him. Hold on.
Oh fuck! They had the time to leave? Tell me that still you had the time to hear everything that they just said. Find her, find Connie, please.
Which way? Split up, check both trails, double back. Storm's coming, we should stick together.
Don't put yourself in danger.
Never seen people this far gone. To hurt us like prey, no matter what happens. You have to keep going. With or without me, don't stop.
No, you're a good guy. We want to keep you. That's my Connie. That's my girl.
I'm out of this way, but I don't have a choice. I lost myself for a long time. I've made choices that I can't unchoose. But she gave me another chance, Michonne. So I have to pass on that chance, or it all means nothing. And if you can find your family.
Yes. Don't leave her. She needs you, I think.
Together.
Please.
Together.
Find Connie, please. So many of them! No! No! really an horror movie, that house. L'Exorcist, really? What do you want to do with this guy? Yes, clever, Connie. So deads are gonna be after them, not after you. Deads are saving you. It's really an horror episode. At least what is happening to this house. You have to find Connie. Don't die! None of you is gonna die right now. Oh, we all needed that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Got signs, but they slipped away.
I thought you'd be disappointed.
Well, the best day was sadness. Discussion with our guest.
I thought about
Not
it
too talkative.
until.
I got everything I needed now.
Oh, he's dead. Okay. Did you have other informations? I don't think so, you know. He was brave first. Oh, we should have ended, you know, with their reunion. That moment at the end with Daryl, yeah, you know, it's a good scene. We need to have something like that. The return, Frost being dead, we need to have this information. But I would have preferred to have them before this reunion, to really let us the time to live that emotion, you know, fully. You know that me, it's taking me time to switch from an emotion to another, so I would have preferred to finish with that reunion, because we were expecting it since so long, since episodes, since seasons almost. We were expecting that reunion, and I have the impression that we fought for it so much, when in fact it was only during this episode. But how much they fought, both of them, to be reunited. I want to cry a little more. I was so afraid that one of them would die before being reunited. I was so afraid of it that really the two of them like that in front of each other without hugging, it was terrifying me. I was like, an hug before you're gonna die. They're not dead. Connie is gonna be back, really. Virgil is not dead, he's hurt. We're gonna keep him. During all of this episode, he was there for Connie, to protect her, to take care of her, to be there for her, you know, to tell her that she needed to sleep, to believe her, but still, you know, to be there for her. Thank you so much, Virgil, for that. That was terrifying. All of that part to the house, that was terrifying. That was such a good horror episode, you know, for that part. They used all of the tools of horror movies. You know, playing with the music, the sound, the no sound moment, so we can be really into Connie's, you know, place. Like, we can really feel stuff like her, we can really see what she's seeing, feel like she's feeling. It was really well done, and it was amplifying, you know, that horror mood with these cannibals, you know, walking like that, like into The Exorcist, but also what they are doing, the meaning behind that, you know, what they are doing, living like that, eating like that, killing like that. All of what we can imagine about how they turned out to be like that, and really how they were moving and all. oh, it was so terrifying and so great. I love horror movies, and I can tell you that really they used all of the tools of horror movies, but they used them well, really well. Because you know, when people are really checking all of the boxes of their tools that you can use to put horror mood into a show, it's difficult, you know. It's difficult to take all of these tools and to adapt them to your show, the mood of the show, the DNA of the show, but with this horror mood. It's a difficult mix. Right there, it helped because of the fact that The Walking Dead, we are talking about death since the beginning, so it's helping that, you know, the transition between these moods, and also it's helping the resolution. They are surviving at the end because of the deaths. The deaths saved them. Connie, she was so terrified, like the actress really made me feel the fact that she was afraid, the fact that she was tired also. It was almost like when Virgil said, "You haven't slept since days," I was like, I already know that, you know, just with her eyes, with how terrified she was, it was too much, you know. We were already feeling that she was terrified for no reason, that she was being paranoid, that she was somewhere else. So we already knew that just because of the actress and her eyes and her face, and she was playing that so well. And after that, when she had these hallucinations and also real moments, but we were like, do we have to believe you or not? We love you and you seem really afraid, so maybe you're right, I want to believe you, or at least I want you to think that I believe you, but in fact I have some doubts. It was so great. And again, it's using one of the horror tools, you know, the stress part, the paranoid part. You don't know if what you think is right or not. And I'm saying that, you know, that they are doing that like an horror movie and all. Like, they are making it clear. Like, you could tell me, no, in fact not at all, it was just a regular episode of The Walking Dead. It was just cannibals, you know, and it's surprising you. No, really, believe me for that, the writers and the producers, you know, how they filmed it, it was for that, and I can tell you that because they used one horror tool which is really just for horror movie and which is almost there to tell to the viewers we're into an horror episode. It's the thing, you know, with the paintings and the eyes. I'm so glad that Kelly and the girls found her. So glad. The other part of the episode, it was Daryl, Leah and this group trying to find Maggie and the other guys. They didn't find them great. Daryl managed to hide them well. I think that they've got some information that he told into that house. It's cool, it's gonna be useful. They've got also that it's forced to be there, and also because of Leah. I think that he told Carol about Leah, so maybe the other ones, they also know about Leah. So they have a lot of information now to work on, you know, when they're gonna come back home. Frost was so brave during that moment, you know, with Daryl, and they managed to play that well, you know. Daryl, he didn't want to kill Frost, but he managed to make him say an information, but not a really important one, and they managed to make them believe that Daryl was really into the group because Daryl was playing that well, but also because Frost accepted to be tortured like that again, to lose a finger also. I thought about it, you know, Pop continuing to torture Frost after that, but I thought that it could be a threat, you know, that Frost maybe would break at some point and Daryl coming back would have to face Pop and all. I think that Pop, he tried to continue to have informations, but Frost was too brave for that, you know, to say anything. Or maybe not at all, he just continued to torture him to have the joy of killing him. Maybe. That was an intense episode, you know, a really stressful one. I can feel it, like I was really in stress during all of it, and the mood of it was good because we were really in a stressful thing with Daryl, with almost a no action thing, you know, because in fact they were searching into houses and they were not doing anything, and our guys, they were not doing anything, they were hiding, they were not seeing anything. It was a blocked situation, a no action thing, stress. When on the other hand with Connie and Virgil, it was really the contrary. It was another stress with a lot of actions, with a lot of threats. It was so good, this episode. I really loved it. Tell me, what did you think about it, about the return of Connie, finally, and this reunion, finally also, the fact that Connie is gonna be back. Is she gonna come with informations? But that's gonna be so cool to have her back. She's really a character that I love. Like, you saw me during the last season, when everyone was forgetting about her in each episode, me, I was still like, come on guys, we have to search for Connie, we have to find her, where is she? Yes, I love her. I think that she's such a nice character and also a clever one, and I'm also impressed in a way by her character, by how brave she is, and these moments, you know, right there, we can see the world like she's seeing it, and can you imagine that into that world? To live stuff like she is, she has to be even more brave, you know, than all of them. Okay, so it's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.